What is up, you guys? That Nerd Isaac 2006 here, and in today's video, I'm personally starting off in front of the camera so I can say thank you. Thank you guys for an absolutely tremendous year on the channel. Even through all of the ups and downs that we've had, you guys have been there to support me through all of it, and I'm eternally grateful for this absolutely wonderful community that I've somehow managed to build. Almost 5,000 people who have subscribed to this channel and have decided to click on my content and watch it. Thank you for supporting me and my ideas and my dreams for the future, because my gratitude is above and beyond what anybody could possibly comprehend. Next year, 2024, is going to be absolutely hog fucking wild. It's going to be... You guys aren't even ready. I'm not really either. It's gonna be difficult, and there's gonna be a lot, and it's not only gonna be action figure stuff. I plan on doing some other forms of creative expression that I can't wait for. You guys will see. It's gonna be wild. All of this is gonna be wild, and I cannot wait for you guys to be there with me and to support me through another year of absolutely wonderful, wonderful joy. Doing all of this is the highlight of my life. Having you guys there with me is all I could ask for. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for a wonderful 2023. Cheers to a wonderful 2024. Drink some water. And I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Now, let's get into the video. So today, we are finally concluding the Devastator series. Fuck, I know, finally. It's gonna be a big old video, so it's not gonna be very long, but it's gonna be ambitious. It's gonna have a whole lot that I want to put into it. So, grab some popcorn, strap in, drop your socks and grab your Crocs. It's about to get wet on this ride. I'm excited. Let's get into it, guys. Studio Series Devastator. Let's go.
In a cold, faraway world, a battle is raging between evil and good. From the stars that came here to earth, caught in their struggle through the whole universe, robotic warriors give it their all, fight in disguise to the victors their soul. Transformers, defenders of truth, robots who fight in disguise. Transformers, when the battle is through, only the strong will survive. Till all are one. Unknown soldiers fighting the war, use the power and wisdom from those long before, leads them on to victory. Life's their darkest hour, their one destiny. Truth has its moment and right always wins. Prepare for the fight, let the battle begin. Transformers, defenders of truth, robots who fight in disguise. Transformers, when the battle is through, only the strong will survive. Till all are one. Galaxies roar, evil retreats till its darkest corner. With the enemy gone, good will finally live on. It's a rebel in their victory. Robotic warriors give it their all, fight in disguise to the victors their soul. Transformers, defenders of truth, robots who fight in disguise. Transformers, when the battle is through, only the strong will survive. Transformers, defenders of truth, robots who fight in disguise. Transformers, when the battle is through, only the strong will survive. Till all are one.
we are, my friends, finally, Devastator, for New Year's Day. Let's get into it, because he has quite a lot going on. For starters, this figure is covered, head to toe, in absolutely immaculate detail, and there's so much of it. I attempted to bring some of it out with my dry brushing that I talked about in the Constructicon reviews themselves, and I think I did a pretty decent job. I am absolutely over the moon with having this figure in my collection. He is quite the behemoth, as you can see. He has so much packed into him. I never get bored messing with this figure. I can never have a real bad time messing with this figure. Except for maybe two things that we will get into later. But overall, this figure is quite the incredible experience. One thing I love about this figure is that he is absolutely massive. This figure is like the size of a fucking toddler. I swear to God. He's ginormous, and some things don't like to stay in place. But for the most part, he feels solid. He's very compact. And again, he's absolutely massive. Here he is compared to Studio Series Optimus Prime way down here. I can't even, like, fit this thing on screen that well. He's fucking gargantuan, I swear to God. So, making an attempt to go over Devastator's very weird and strange articulation, this is not going to be fun. Oh my lord, I cannot wait. He has some kind of joint at the head that makes him kind of fall over. I'm doing this with one hand so my camera doesn't shake, because it is not propped up that well in order for me to fit this guy on screen. I literally just came up with this. His head can look up, kinda. It's on not even a joint at all. That's just the way that the plastic is, and that's just the way that the combination is, I guess. He cannot look side to side. He does not have any wiggly-waggly motion. It is quite unfortunate. The shoulders, I'm not even going to bother trying to move them, but they are on ratcheted hinges. They can kind of move up a little bit. He does have bicep swivels. Scrappers articulated right here at the fingers. This is pretty cool, I guess. He's just got some hinges on, I guess you can call those fingers. I don't even know, man. And same goes for Hightower, except for the fact that scrap metal has more hinges and all of that. He can do some wrist stuff. He can do some sassy girl shit if you want him to. It's wonderful. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not even gonna try. He doesn't have anything at the waist. Hips, though, they can kick forward, they can kick backward. He can do a beautiful spread, but I'm not even gonna try. Overload is a knockoff. I don't want to break my overload at all. He does have a thigh swivel. I'm losing track of I'm losing my train of thought right now, because this thing is just overwhelming. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This figure sucks to review, but we're having fun. He does not have anything at the knee, and Long Haul here can do some pivoting, and so can Rampage, and they pivot in different ways because they're different figures, but you guys get the gist. He has some articulation, some joints thrown in there, but just due to the design and the nature of this absolute beast, he cannot do much of anything at all, and I still love it. I love it so fucking much. I'd said I'd go over my issues with this figure, and one of them is the fact that he is a glorified cinder block. He's way too big to be a brick, but he's not very articulated at all, as you guys have seen. He doesn't pose that well unless you, like, get him on all fours using some absolute witchcraft that I can't always manage. He's not very well off in terms of articulation. And the other issue that I have with this figure is the fact that, yes, he's very solid in the way he comes together and the way that all of the figures fit onto each other for the most part. He has some loose joints that kind of mess with some of my enjoyment of the figure, but overall, I'd say that this guy is still very fun as long as you know what you are doing and as long as you can handle something of this magnitude, then I'd say you're still gonna have a fun time with this guy. And before anybody decides to point these things out in the comments, yes, I know that this piece is supposed to be attached right here on Overload. That will not fit in because Overload is a knockoff and that just isn't compatible in the way that it should be. That is unfortunate, so I literally just leave it right here on Scrap Metal's arm. I'm not too worried about it, whatever. And the second thing is, I know that I did not touch on this little piece right here. This came with Overload in the review. I did that in my Long Haul and Overload double review whenever I did that, when I talked about knockoffs. And the final thing is, I know that I forgot to include some steps of the transformations in the big ol' sequence there. I forgot, okay? Get over it. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to touch on these things before anybody decided to give me shit over it, because I don't care that much. Personally, tonight I am going to steer clear of trying to get this guy on all fours. I don't have it in me at all. I think that's going to do it for me tonight, folks. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this 5-part series. I really appreciate it. Again, as I said in the intro, thank you for an absolutely wonderful 2023 on the channel. This figure is awesome. I love him. He's one of my favorite figures in my collection, if not my favorite. Building him over the course of like 4 years was quite the journey, and it was a lot of money, and it was a lot of stress, because I didn't ever think I was going to get Long Haul or Overload, but I got them. It was fun, nonetheless. I had fun. And I hope you guys had fun watching this video. There's a good chance the music is going to get copyrighted, so I might have to change it. But for now, I enjoy the badassery of it all. I think it's worth it either way. Thank you guys so much for watching That Nerd Isaac 2006 in 2023, and cheers to 2024. It's going to be absolutely extraordinary for the channel. I am so excited. I am so excited. Thank you guys for being there for me. Thank you guys for being there with me. And with all of that being said, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And with all of that being said, this has been That Nerd Isaac 2006, and I'm rolling out. Peace. Howdy. You made it until the end of the video, and thank you. I appreciate that. Not a lot of people seem to do that nowadays. But also, I just wanted to say, next up, we'll be taking a quick look at Transformers Studio Series Nightbird. Stay tuned.